Did you guys ever notice that Venusaur is blushing? Hello everybody! Welcome back to JK Collectibles. This is Jonah here. Today we are bringing you part 2 of our Pokemon trading card self-assessment, featuring footage of our trip to Lomita where we dropped off our cards to the Beckett grading representative. We got a shorter video for you today to make up for that monstrosity that I posted last time. So we're doing our best to keep improving the process here. Hopefully in about a video or two more, we've got all the kinks worked out. So let's get into it. Okay, but everybody, welcome to the end of the assessment. So I got to tell you, I was pretty pleased with some of the cards that were in here. So I'll tell you the first 4 that definitely made the roster. The last bunch, got to do a little more of an assessment, which we'll cover. So obviously, Charizard, he's going in there. That's the big dog right there. You guys saw our assessment of Alakazam. Alakazam is definitely going in there. I kind of jumped the gun, but really it was the surface of the card that convinced me that this card would definitely be worth getting a grade on. You guys saw me stop the video for Magneton. Magneton looks freaking gorgeous. This card is beautiful. I can't believe it. I'm still floored. And then the last one was, weirdly enough, the Ninetales. The very last piece of the collection to make it into the binder had a beautiful surface on it. It was, next to flawless. I think this card is going to get a really good grade. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the next set. So we have 6 spaces left on the roster. So I had some cards that I gave a 9 on the surfacing, even being very critical. I could have been too generous, but I'm an amateur, so we'll see. So let's take the gloves off right now. So the 2 cards that came in as a 9 on my self-assessment were the Mewtwo and the Clefairy. So I'm going to go ahead and put those 2 guys into top loaders right now. Their weak scores were corners, and edging for both of them. No card really had terrible, well actually that's not true. The Venusaur in the spares had terrible centering. And I realized why the spares were the spares and weren't even in the binder. They were not pretty. None of them even made the short list for making it into the roster. So we are now at 6 cards. So now we need 4 more. So I actually had 3 cards that made an 8.5. However, one of those I will actually put right into the roster, and that's going to be the Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan was good overall. The scores were pretty balanced, really good centering, and its corners and edges weren't so bad. So there goes Hitmonchan into the top loader. Now the other 8.5s that I had were Raichu and Gyarados. So Raichu, another one really strong on the corners. Corners were nice and sharp. Raichu has definitely earned a spot on the roster. Gyarados, however, did not have very good edges and corners. And I'm a little convinced that, that would weigh a little too much into the grading. So let's review. We have 8 cards and 2 spots left on the roster. So let's kind of loop Gyarados in with the next ones, which were 8. So the last 2 that I had that I put on my short list, though, they were Venusaur and Zapdos. And if you guys remember, Zapdos had that silver misprint on his first edition symbol, so I was really interested in it. but the hollow foil, when I looked at it under a magnifying glass in the light, it just looked way too scratched. And I was really disappointed because I really wanted to get him graded tomorrow, or send him off to be graded tomorrow. But he just didn't make the cut. Venusaur was the only starter Pokemon that I had that had surfacing that was decent at all. Centering was great on both these cards. The corners and edges were pretty good. So that's more why I put them on the short list. But you know, you guys can see the trend. I'm putting a lot of weight onto the surface of the cards. So sadly, we're gonna have to drop that one. We're gonna have to put these guys off to the side. We're gonna have to get them graded another day. So that leaves us with Gyarados, Poliwrath, and Chansey. Chansey, corners and edges were okay. A little bit better than Gyarados. And then Poliwrath, corners and edges were nice and sharp. But the surface I only gave it an 8. Centering I gave it a 9, which was less than either Chansey or Gyarados. But the fact that the surface of the card was nice and crisp, Poliwrath is going to get a spot on the roster. Let's throw him into the top. So 1 spot left. That's it, baby. 1 spot. That's all she wrote. So it's Chansey, or is it Gyarados? Man. I honestly, it's tough to say, but now I'm looking at the cards flat on the table, and Chansey actually has less curvature. Remember that curvature I told you about that, you know, happens over time to the card, where it just kind of bows towards the hollow side. I'm gonna have to give Chansey the edge on this one. I mean, surface-wise, Gyarados definitely takes the cake, but Chansey is just looking at me, and she's looking all nice and happy and pretty, and I just can't say no to her. So here we go. The HP monster is going into the top loader. She has made the short list. Correction, she has made the roster. And let's give you guys one final look at all of these. So here we go. Last girl to make the roster. Number 10, Chansey. Next, number 9, Poliwrath. Number 8, Raichu. Number 7, Hitmonchan. Number 6, Clefairy. Number 5, Mewtwo. Number 4, Ninetales. Number 3, the near perfect card, Mr. Magneton. Number 2, the very first card that we did together, Alakazam. And number 1, Big Dog, Charizard. And that's the stack, guys. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow to be giving these over to the representative from Beckett, and look forward to hearing back from them and seeing what the grading is going to come back as.
Alright, so this is the place. They actually don't open yet for another hour. I got here super early because when I talked to the guy on the phone, he said there was going to be a line. As you can see, no line, so we're just going to pass the time however we can. Alright, catch you guys in a little bit.
Okay, everybody, play-by-play update. So it turns out they're not doing Pokemon card raw reviews here. So instead, we've just submitted them. I have the receipt right here. So we're going to wait. It's a 20-day turnaround on grading him. He says he's going to overnight them on Monday. So probably in about a month, we'll see the cards when they come back. All right, thank you. Okay, everybody, so that's the video. We're actually showing you footage from a couple weeks ago. October the 6th was actually the day that we submitted the cards, brought them up to Lomita, and gave them to the Beckett grading representative. Got an email the following Tuesday saying they received the cards, which is great. Should be expecting to get an email back from them next Monday saying that they finished the assessment. and I actually picked FedEx Ground as the shipping option for return shipping, mainly because I kind of want to just drag this process out, try to build the suspense more, and give you guys some good content in the meantime. And I have no intention really on finishing these videos with that card grading reveal, which we are going to show you. You're going to get live reactions from me, and I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do. So, looking forward to next week. I think we're going to have enough time to actually do the first edition Jungle set reveal this time. I know I keep dangling that dangled that carrot out there as soon as we did the first edition base set 1 reveal, and I didn't show it to you guys. But hopefully next time we will be able to show it to you. So, just to recap, cards submitted, waiting on an email, and it is going to be really tempting when Beckett sends me that email to not go on their website to see what the cards were graded as. But I'm going to be strong, and I'm going to show you the live reaction to the grading. All right, I just want to send a thank you out to everybody who's been liking and subscribing so far. I love you guys. I really appreciate it. It gives me such happiness and such motivation to keep doing this. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And I will see you guys next time. All right. Take care, everybody.